What is Banchan? Banchan is the side dishes that are served, usually in small containers, as accompaniments to Korean meals. Unlike Western meals, Korean meals are not usually eaten in courses. You do not get different dishes one after each other. Appetizers, entrees, desserts. Instead, if you go out to a Korean restaurant, you will be offered a variety of small dishes with your main dish. These small dishes are often based on food that is preserved, pickled, fermented, or dried foods. The most famous of these are, of course, kimchi. And if you think that kimchi is only one thing, you're in for a big surprise. There is a whole variety of different types of kimchi, and even a bigger variety of what people think is good kimchi. For a big occasion, a traditional Korean housewife, or more likely a traditional Korean household with daughters and daughter-in-laws, might make all of their banchan themselves, but especially in modern times, even this is starting to get less usual. A lot of banchan or banchan ingredients now comes from the market or the supermarket. H-mart has a very large pre-made food section. I say pre-made since some of the offerings would not be considered banchan. So let's start by having a look around what is on offer. First up, we get some kimbap. Kimbap is basically Korean sushi rolls. At H-mart, they have two fresh-made variety. There is the burdock, which has a meaty filling, and then there's the more traditional fish cake variety that you can find all over Korean at street vendors. The bright yellow slices you see with the kimbap is pickled Daegon radish. In the central fridge, we have some pre-made foods and meals. These are generally not considered banchan. This includes baked sweet potatoes, steamed whole corn, chicken and mandu, Korean dumplings. There are also some chicken on a stick and various types of Korean pancakes. Mandu can be fried or steamed. Finally, we have some musubi. That is not really Korean, but very popular right now. We also have some tteokbokki. Tteokbokki is big rice noodles in a spicy red sauce. Often, like here, it is served with an egg. On the reverse, there's a whole variety of different types of fried fish. This can be part of a main meal, or a small portion can be served as a side dish. We also have some containers of fresh cooked rice. No Korean meal is complete without soup, and at H-mart you can get some of the most popular: soybean paste soup, kimchi soup, and seaweed soup. Hadok and gyeomingdam is sticky rice cakes, and these are Korean desserts. They are not very sweet and have a very chewy texture. They're actually pretty good. Sometimes you can get them with red bean paste in the middle. Now we get to the more traditional banchan, and we start off with some seasoned seaweed. This is very common as banchan. As common, we have some fish cake, imok. A lot of people who are new to Korean cuisine are surprised that this is fish cakes. It is made from fish and seafood, flour and herbs. In Korea these days, it's seldom made from scratch. It's bought in big sheets and then cut into the distinctive diamond shapes. It is then grilled or fried and some sauces are added over it. Next we have some seasoned sliced squid. You find so many types of dried fish and seafood in Korea. Here in H-mart, you can find it next to the fresh fish and seafood. It's well worth having a look. It is surprising how much is available. For this, they used dried squid. Next, we start to see the different types of kimchi. First, young daikon radishes, with their greens still attached. Next, we have daikon radish leaves. These are usually harvested before the radish has started to develop. So, yolmu is very young radish. Kimchi is not always red. Green cabbage kimchi is cabbage that is very lightly pickled. At the bottom here we have salted fermented octopus. This is an acquired taste. It is very salty and chewy, and actually very unlikely something that you will be offered if you are not Korean. It uses baby octopuses that are fermented in salt for about a month. Chives kimchi, exactly what it says. Daikon radish kimchi. This uses the bigger radishes cut into thin slices. Here we have a variety of seafood that was dried and then stir-fried. First squid and then anchovies. In Korea they dry tiny fish. Nothing goes to waste. At the bottom we have some seaweed, some kelp wraps. Boiled pork is sometimes used as a side dish and sometimes as a main dish. It is very popular as drinking food. Here we have the belly, the hock, and the toes. Stir-fried sweet peppers. They're not really sweet, they're hot, just not very hot compared to some other offerings. Pickled Mexican peppers. Yes, this is hotter. It is a combination of jalapenos and radish that is then lightly pickled. Some more dried fish. These are bigger fish that is both dried and then pickled. Pickled eggs. Young peppers seasoned with soybean paste. Potato salad. Marinated pig ears. The pig ears are cut into very thin strips and then marinated in soy sauce and other herbs and spices for a few hours. Sliced green onions. Braised lotus roots. These you can always identify from their very distinctive look. They have a very nice sweet yet savory taste. Pickled quail eggs. Pickled garlic stems. Spicy squid and vegetables. Both the body of the squid and the tentacles are used. Thinly sliced radish kimchi. You can also find very thinly sliced and lightly pickled radishes that are often used as a wrap. We're nearing the end. Are you feeling overwhelmed yet? Here we have some deep fried spicy crab. Seasoned jodok. Jodok is a type of root. It has a very strong taste. Fried dried shrimp. On the far tables, you can find some doubles of some of the banchan that you can find other places too, and some double ups of some of the pre-made meals. They have a fairly good variety. And then finally, there it is, my absolute favorite banchan, japchae. Glass noodles mixed up with seasonal vegetables, usually some peppers and some mushrooms. I actually buy this as a meal. Sometimes I'll add in some meat, but often I eat it just like this. Yummy. What is your favorite banchan? Did you see something here that you're thinking you might try out next time? It's well worth investigating all the different options.